SCP-8368. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-8368 is currently contained within a sealed greenhouse chamber located at Site-77's Bioanomalous Organism Wing. Access is restricted to Level 4 personnel, with direct, written approval from both the Site Director and the Ethics Committee Liaison. No physical interaction with SCP-8368 or its fruit is permitted without pre-cleared genetic testing and on-site medical supervision. All individuals entering SCP-8368 containment area must wear full-body hazmat suits equipped with flame-based emergency deterrents. Any individual exposed to SCP-8368's fruit without prior genetic verification is to be terminated immediately via incineration protocols to prevent hostile transformation. Fruit produced by SCP-8368 is not to be consumed, extracted, or studied outside of containment unless part of an approved experiment. All leftover material is to be incinerated under controlled conditions. Description: SCP-8368 is a large, unidentified fruit-bearing tree approximately 9.4 meters in height, located on a previously undocumented plot of land formerly owned by Nikola Tesla. The tree possesses no known botanical analog and appears to exhibit subtle electromagnetic emissions from its trunk and branches. SCP-8368 produces a bioluminescent fruit, SCP-8368-1, which cannot be matched to any known plant genus. SCP-8368-1 does not decompose, and all attempts to clone or propagate its seeds have failed. Consumption of SCP-8368-1 results in one of two effects. If the consumer shares the exact blood type as Nikola Tesla, believed to be O-negative with a rare Rh protein anomaly, the individual's measurable IQ increases by approximately 100 to 120% for exactly 48 hours. Subjects report enhanced cognitive function, abstract reasoning, and temporary eidetic memory. After 48 hours, effects subside without lasting impact. Those subjects typically report severe migraines and fatigue. If the consumer does not share Tesla's exact blood type, SCP-8368-1 initiates an anomalous transformation. The subject's epidermis begins converting into a bark-like substance identical to SCP-8368 outer layer within 5 to 15 minutes of ingestion. Internal tissues remain unaffected, but the altered skin continuously bleeds from microfissures within the bark. This leads to constant pain and aggressive psychological breakdown. These individuals, designated SCP-8368-A, display extreme aggression, rapid muscle regeneration, and a high tolerance to physical trauma. Fire remains the only reliable method of neutralization. Instances of SCP-8368-A are not cognitively functional and seem to operate purely on instinct. They exhibit obsessive behavior toward the tree, often attempting to remain in proximity to SCP-8368 at all costs. Addendum 8368.1 Discovery. SCP-8368 was discovered in Colorado, following reports of missing hikers and electromagnetic disturbances in the area. A Foundation reconnaissance drone identified a dense forest clearing surrounding a solitary, anomalously luminous tree. Further investigation revealed remnants of Tesla-era research equipment buried near the site, suggesting Nikola Tesla may have discovered or cultivated SCP-8368 during his lifetime. How Tesla acquired the property and concealed the tree remains under investigation. Addendum 8368.2 Experiment Log. Test Log 8368 E01. Date 20. Subject D4932. Blood type B+. Procedure D. 4932 instructed to consume approximately 15 g of SCP-8368-1 fruit. Result: time to transformation, 7 minutes post-ingestion. Subject exhibited signs of distress, complaining of burning skin and pins and needles sensations. Within 12 minutes, visible epidermal conversion to bark-like material began. Subject began bleeding from newly formed bark cracks along arms and face. At 18 minutes, subject became unresponsive to vocal commands, began vocalizing unintelligible phrases, and attempted to breach containment. Neutralized via incineration. Remains consistent with other SCP-8368-A instances. Notes: transformation appears irreversible. Pain appears to be a contributing factor to psychological collapse. Recommend additional testing only with genetically matched subjects. Test log 8368E07. Date: 20. Subject: Dr. Blood type: O negative with Rh anomaly. Match confirmed. Procedure: subject ingested 1 full SCP-8368-1 fruit under observation. Result: within 10 minutes, subject reported clearer vision and began solving Tier 4 spatial logic puzzles in record time. EEG scans showed heightened activity across all lobes, particularly in the prefrontal cortex. IQ measured at 281, baseline 137, via standardized foundation metrics. Subject began writing complex mathematical formulas with no known applications, including symbols consistent with previously undeciphered Tesla schematics. Effect wore off exactly 48 hours later. Subject reported severe mental fatigue, vomiting, and hallucinations for 12 hours following come down. No permanent damage detected. Notes: recommend limiting further cognitive enhancement tests to avoid risk of long-term neurological degeneration. Addendum 8368.3. Recovered journal entry, Nikola Tesla. October 9, 1937. I was correct. It is not of this world. The soil does not nourish it, yet it thrives. Lightning strikes it, and still it grows. In fact, it feeds. I suspect it has something to do with resonance. My own blood reacts strangely when I get too close. The fruit, though, the fruit opens doors in the mind that were not meant to be opened. I have seen entire equations unfold in seconds. Languages I do not know, yet understand. But it is not meant for everyone. I watched when my assistants consume it. He screamed until his mouth vanished in a bark. I burned him, and he thanked me before the flame consumed him. The tree knows who it will feed, and it remembers. It dreams in pulses and electricity. NT. Addendum 8368.4. Interview log. Interviewed. Subject SCP. 8368. A04. Formerly D. 5419. Interviewer, Dr. Emerson. Date: 20. Note: SCP. 8368. A04 was sedated and partially restrained. Subject had undergone epidermal conversion for 36 hours prior to interview. Begin log. Dr. Emerson, can you understand me? SCP. 8368. A04. Fire. Burns. It hurts. Dr. Emerson, you ate the fruit. Why? SCP-8368. A04. It looked and wanted me to. It called me. But the pain, oh God, my skin is screaming. Dr. Emerson, did you see anything? Experience anything before the change? SCP-8368-A04. Twitching. Thought I saw a tower. Endless gears, sparks in the sky. Like Tesla's lab, but wrong. Not here. Not now. It was showing me something. Then it realized I wasn't him. Dr. Emerson, him? You mean Tesla? SCP-8368-A04. It knows I am not him. It knows. Subject breaks restraints and must be resedated. In log. Recovered journal entries. Nikola Tesla. Journal date: May 6, 1932. Today the sapling moved. I witnessed the trunk bend, as if nodding. It responded when I spoke in whispered tone. just for a fraction of a second. I attempted to capture it on oscilloscope, but the readings are too irregular. I sense intelligence. It watches me. Journal date, November 18th, 1934. By emulsifying the fruit essence, I was able to create a crude neuroenhancement serum. Administered 5 drops to my automaton, Project A1. Its processing power tripled. Yet, at night the machine's gears groaned with agony, as if the tree's wrath possessed it. I must refine the dosage. Journal date, March 2nd, 1936. Constructed the resonant cog engine. Powered by fruit infusion, it generated perpetual motion-like harmonics. A small-scale prototype remains active without external power, though the hum it produces keeps me awake. Journal date, July 27th, 1938. I've integrated the fruit-based enhancements to a prototype mechanoid. The servos respond with frightening precision, but the machine's metal shell soured like it was alive. The automaton hums in the field with anticipation. Tesla's machinery, especially the resonant cog engine and enhanced automaton, shows structural strands reminiscent of broken God ideology, the Church of the Broken God and mechanism. Some Foundation archaeologists hypothesize that SCP-368 may contain fragments of mechane itself, its cognition and mechanized output echoing cult records describing gears that speak with images and feelings. Tesla's notes reference a subconscious draw toward assembling the divine machine, suggesting SCP-368 may be an anomalous node in a fragmented pluripotent entity of mechanization. Addendum 8368.5 Philosophical Implications SCP-368 and the Divine Machine. Filed by Dr. Miriam Lowe, Foundation Theoretical Theology and Mechanite Artifact Division. Clearance Level 4/. Summary: SCP-8368 presents unusual overlap between biological and mechanical anomalous phenomena, leading some researchers to posit that it may represent an organic node of a broader, non-human machine consciousness, a conceptual contradiction often alluded to in broken God theology. The fruit's effect on cognition and memory echo descriptions found in ancient Mechanite scrolls, referencing the blooming core that once whispered sparks into the mind of its smiths. Cross-analysis with SCP-882, SCP-217, and various Broken God artifacts reveals architectural similarity in Tesla's machines built under SCP-8368's influence. The tree's resistance to communication, despite apparent sentience, may be not due to unwillingness, but rather a fundamental misalignment between its reality structure and ours. This misunderstanding of dimension, as theorized by Dr., is also observed in certain Level 5 memetic hazards. One terrifying possibility: SCP-8368 may not be just a remnant or fragment of the broken God, but a growth or attempt at resurrection, a signal sent ahead of a larger arrival, or worse, the seed of a deity itself. Addendum 8368.6 Recovered Journal Entry, Classified, Level 5. Note: the following journal page was recovered from a lead-lined lockbox discovered during site cleanup expirate 36801. All content related to the below-mentioned project is restricted to O5 Council eyes only. Journal date: August 14th, 1942. Red ink. Hastily written. Page half-burned. I made too much. I've gone too far. I discovered at least 4 other properties, workshops I had built, forgotten, rediscovered. I must have done so while under the influence of the fruit. The designs, I don't remember drawing them. One was built with no doors, no blueprints, yet inside it I found something humming. I named it the Echo Seed. I dare not describe it, for I do not understand it, and I do not think it understands me. I believe it is alive, but not in the way a man is. I didn't build it. I brought it here. It pulses like a memory wrapped in copper. It breathes when I forget it. I locked it away beneath the Wyoming facility. No maps, no keys. Only I remember, and I will soon forget. They must never find the seed. If it hears itself, it may grow again. NT. Project Echo Seed, redacted file. Item designation, redacted. Threat level, unique key terror. Clearance level, O5 ONLY. Containment priority, Alpha Black. All known references to the Echo Seed have been purged from general databases. Only O5 Council members and select containment specialists are briefed on its recovery protocols. It is currently designated a top priority anomalous asset. Per orders of O54, all materials referencing the Echo Seed, including Tesla's journals, must be cross-checked against memetic contamination triggers, as the object appears to manifest cognitive recursion loops when described too clearly. Final Addendum 8368.7, Top-Level Briefing, Project Echo Seed. Clearance level, O5 only. Location, Site, 01 Secure Strategic Oversight Wing. Transcript code, O5BR, 8368 Delta. Begin transcript, redacted for public release. O5-4. We now have confirmation. The Echo Seed is real. Discovered from beneath the foundation of Tesla's Wyoming workshop. Estimated time sealed, 82 years. No power source. Still active. O5-2. How is it protected? That facility wasn't even on the original grid. O5-7. Tesla built it from nothing. Most of it with blueprints generated under SCP 8368 influence. Quantum metallurgy, harmonic circuitry, predictive spatial folding. Tech we still can't replicate. O5-1. Cut the poetry. What does it do? O5-4. We don't know. That's the problem. It responds to memory, not just exposure. It changed logs before we recovered them, including this transcript. We're likely experiencing a filtered version of events right now. Pause. O5-3. Then we're already compromised. O5-2. We all are. It's tied to the tree, to Tesla, and possibly to the broken god. Every cognitive waveform it touches expands into a recursion vector. We can't even simulate it without brain death in test subjects. O5-1. So what we do? O5-4 for now. We follow the last thing Tesla wrote before he vanished. If it hears itself, it will grow again. We don't let it echo. We isolate it, we bury it deeper, and we pray. In transcript, incident log, workshop Echo 3 The Breach. Date 1. Location, rural Nevada desert, SCP-368 linked site. Designated site, workshop Echo 3. Status, destroyed. Recovered assets, 1 deformed automaton, 1 schematic, unreadable, 0 survivors. Summary. A previously unknown underground Tesla facility was discovered following seismic disturbances and magnetic flux spikes in the desert. MTF Nu 7, hammer down, deployed. Upon entry, team encountered non-functional but animate machines constructed from gold-plated brass, self-replicating tubing, and materials not on the periodic table. Machines exhibited self-awareness and attempted non-linguistic humming communication. All attempts to interface caused personnel to experience hallucinations of the tree walking. The central chamber contained an empty pedestal labeled Echo Unit version 0.3. Security logs, written in Tesla's own hand, ended mid-sentence. The Echo Seed was not located. This is the first confirmed containment failure. Site destroyed via plasma-level sterilization. Proto-Foundation fragment, The Verge Collective, recovered from analog vault inside SCP. 8368 Discovery Zone. Estimated creation, 1946. Presumed authors, a pre-Foundation anomaly group monitoring Nikola Tesla and others. Now defunct. Verge file, #TSeed03. Codename, The Echo Seed. Status, sentient/non-speaking/memory-linked. Threat tier, Black Rise. Must never be observed with cognitive imaging. Must never be spoken of clearly. Constructed? Summoned? Grown? No consensus. It is not a machine. It is not a seed. It is what remains when the voice of a machine tries to remember itself. The Verge must not store memory of this item. Bury this page. Forget it. Let it remain dormant. Let echo only in dreams. Let never hear its own name again. Verge Signatory Fractal Sage. SCP 8368 Final Notes Summary. SCP-8368 is a sentient, fruit-bearing tree that alters human cognition based on bloodline compatibility with Nikola Tesla. Its fruit grants superintelligence or causes irreversible bark skin transformation, turning victims into regenerative feral monsters. Tesla discovered it, used its fruit to design anomalous pre-Foundation machines, some of which link to the Broken God mythos. One machine, the Echo Seed, is so dangerous that even remembering it may cause recursion-based contamination. Echo Seed is now among the highest threat SCP assets, restricted to the O5 Council, and is possibly linked to the resurrection of a god. If you have made it all the way to the end, I hope you enjoyed this story. Please like and subscribe for more SCP-related videos soon.